Smothered and you know the evil don't sleep. Dick Gregory told me you're talking the secrets before we lay down in the grave. All of us servants ain't masters. All of us nothing but slaves. Never forgetting the story.
So here he is representing New Zealand and, of course, Nigeria. Enter the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. We've certainly enjoyed our time getting to know this young man in our fighter meetings. He has a high fight IQ. He's a thinking man's fighter. And obviously the physical skills jump off the film every time you watch.
Yeah, he's got it all. I mean, the guy has it all. And as you watch him walk to the octagon, he has a confidence and the air about him that many don't possess. He has always known he would become a champion of the world. He proved that he can do it. Now it's time to show whether or not he can do it again. Sometimes getting back is harder than getting there the first time. Let's see what Israel Adesanya can do to try to become the middleweight champion again.
And certainly the discipline, the motivation, all that stuff is still there. And there was a definite intensity to him here during fight week. We'll see if he can channel that into the desired result tonight. So the latest title defense arrives here and now for the UFC's undisputed middleweight champion. And prevailing wisdom is it's going to take a huge effort out of the challenger tonight to dethrone this dominant kid.
Absolutely. You do not beat this guy without being on your A game. And not even just your A game is going to get it done. You have got to overachieve in order to beat this guy. This guy is firmly entrenched as the best in the world. When you look at him, you know he's the best, from the way he carries himself, to the confidence, to the skill set. He's the champ, and he doesn't intend for that to change.
Seemed as though it was maybe a difficult weight cut or more difficult than once prior, but he didn't want to hear any of that noise in advance of this latest middleweight championship title defense. Well, a lot of us remember when this arena was erected, and a lot of UFC history has played out here since. Etihad Arena sold out tonight in Abu Dhabi for the latest UFC pay-per-view.
Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight.
The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, NASSOURDINE IMAVOV!
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the Octagon for this one. Ready. All right, always interesting to see the early portions of an Israel Adesanya fight. You know how electric a striker this is. You know how proud New Zealand is to have him as a Kiwi in the UFC. But a lot of fighters are going to try to take him down and punish him on the ground. Not a lot of fighters are going to have success with that. Let's see how the opposition chooses to attack Adesanya here tonight. Oh, connects with another uppercut, so that's been the weapon of choice, and he went back to it there and lands.
Over and over again, he has thrown that punch, and it's because he feels comfortable there. He does not feel like his opponent can return anything because he's popping his head up every time he lands that nice uppercut.
Oh, nice jab.
He lands another head kick.
Process, folks. Here we go. Edge of your seat action right out of the chute.
These dudes are trading very early in this fight. This is good.
That's a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, knee strike right to the midsection there. Oh, big shots getting through.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so it looks like some bruising on that thigh right now. He hasn't really done anything to address that weapon from his opponent.
He's got to check some kicks. I know right now it may not be that damaging, but down the line, you're going to really pay for it if you don't address it right now.
All right, so a good series of kicks by him there. He has been...
This is big. That's big.
Under 2 minutes to go in a back-and-forth first round here.
Just turning his hip over into the leg kick.
Well, he's landed a few big uppercuts already. I will bet you $1,000 he sets it up again here.
You're not taking my money, Jay. Hey, that uppercut is coming. And when it lands, it's going to land and land very damaging.
All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
Well, his opponent has not done anything to deter him. He should keep doing this, keep going to the well until his opponent...
Head kick there, we'll see if he can finish.
Uppercut.
Adesanya swelling now around the jaw area, so we'll keep an eye on that as this fight continues. 10 seconds to go in round one. Second round, straight ahead. All right, so now this damage really bears watching, right? His face compromised, and you got to think it's going to start affecting his output as well offensively.
Well, you got to look from the start to make mistakes. Trying to overcompensate for all the shots that he's taken to the face, for all the swelling. I have seen on many occasions where someone has massive swelling and they struggle. Look for this guy to start to mess up a little bit in there.
All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good, and that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
All right, next round is now underway. Whoa! Big strikes continue to land.
That one was going to end the fight. Massive hook land, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
So at this point, with this type of swelling, you could argue a stoppage wouldn't be out of question.
No, it would not be out of question, and I don't think anyone would have a problem with it. This guy has been battered, he's been bruised, and if you don't stop it for the swelling, you stop it to make sure he doesn't take any more damage.
Well, DC kind of just playing with him at this point, right? You'd think he's got to go in and just get him out of there.
Well, he's trying, but he gets a little bit anxious, so he starts to throw a lot of punches and not the right punches. And because he's throwing so much, he keeps missing, and by doing that, he's missing chances. And oh, he got him again.
Oh, my goodness.
That'll do it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. We send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop in this contest at 2 minutes, 4 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, NASSOURDINE IMAVOV!
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. He came in the champion, and he's going home with hardware as well. Congrats to the still UFC middleweight champion.
The middleweight champion of the world. His name and that title seems to run in the same breath because it just fits. Over and over, he takes on the best fighters in the division, and he gets the job done. Congratulations, champ.